Good morning, Hashima. This video is for Tuesday, May 26th. Today you're going to be reading the first half of Chapter 8 of Esperanza Rising. It's called Las Almendras, which means almonds. Today we're going to be focusing on making inferences about characters and their relationships, because good readers are always thinking about their prior knowledge, what they already know, and the clues in the text to help us understand how the character is feeling, what they're thinking, and why they're acting in a certain way. This also helps us understand the relationships that they have with other characters and gives us a better idea of how those relationships are evolving or changing over time. So while you're reading today, you might want to ask yourself, what details does the author use to describe the characters? How do the characters feel about each other? And what can you conclude about the characters and their relationships? Because remember, you're trying to come up with new ideas that the author hasn't necessarily told you, but that you can figure out from the text. So I'm going to read the first section, just the first page over here, and help you with the first question that's going to be on your Google Forms. And then you're going to read the rest of this section by yourself, thinking about the characters and their feelings and their relationships, and trying to make some inferences about that. Okay, so my neck hurts, said Mama as she massaged the back of her head with her hand. It's not my neck, it's my arms that are sore, said Hortensia. It's the same for everyone, said Josefina. When you first start in the sheds, the body refuses to bend, but in time you'll get used to the work. Everyone had come home that night tired and with various aches and pains. They gathered in one cabin for dinner, so it was crowded and noisy. Josefina warmed a pot of beans, and Hortensia made fresh tortillas. Juan and Alfonso talked about the fields, while Miguel and Isabel played with the babies, making them squeal with laughter. Mama cooked arroz, and Esperanza was surprised that Mama knew just how to brown it first in oil with onions and peppers. Esperanza chopped tomatoes for a salad and hoped no one would mention the sweeping. She was glad this day was over. Her bruises had been to her pride. So I'm going to pause there. So the last couple sentences of that paragraph talk about Esperanza's feelings. It says that she's hoping that no one would mention the sweeping, and she's glad that the day was over. Just from those two sentences, we can tell that she's not feeling great about the sweeping situation, which, if you remember from yesterday's or from last week's reading, something really embarrassing happened for her. So when it says her bruises had been to her pride, I'm thinking about what I already know about bruises. That's when you get hurt. And when you're feeling proud, or when you have pride, it's a good feeling. So if you have a bruise to your pride, it means that you're embarrassed or that you're not feeling very proud, right? So if you look at your first question, it asks you what that suggests. And I think that suggests that her feelings were hurt by the other people in the camp who were making fun of her while she was sweeping. So you're going to be doing that today. I want you to read carefully. Don't rush, because it's not a very long reading today. It's only 8 pages. You're going to read slowly and really think about what the characters are feeling and what the author means by that kind of language, especially when the author's using similes and metaphors. So read through it, answer the questions, make sure that for your short responses, you're including details and quotes, and we will talk on Zoom later today. Have a good day.